Hi everyone, so for the past few weeks I've been shooting with this, the Nikkor 70-200 f2.8 VRS lens for Nikon Z mount mirrorless system. And this lens is truly awesome, and I can't wait to tell you why and show you why in this review. First, we're going to talk about image quality, and put simply, this lens delivers absolutely gorgeous images that are incredibly sharp. The first time I picked it up and looked through the viewfinder, I was blown away by how sharp I could tell the image was. Just looking through the viewfinder, it is just insanely sharp, and that holds true when I'm pixel peeping and editing on a computer. It is capable of capturing an immense amount of detail, and it goes beyond sharpness for the image quality. The colors it produces, in combination with the Nikon Z6's sensor, which on its own produces really good color. It's just, with this lens, it's just spectacular what it's able to achieve. And the out of focus areas are buttery smooth, and there's this really great transition, smooth transition between the in focus and out of focus areas that just produces lovely, lovely images. And I have very little that I can possibly complain about with it. It performs almost flawlessly against bright light, and in very challenging situations there's very little chromatic aberration or flaring or color fringing, and practically no distortion there. And the only defect that I could possibly find with it is that it does produce some small amount of vignetting with shooting wide open at f2.8, but even then it's very, very minor and easy to correct in post-processing. And I mean, yeah, in terms of image quality throughout its range, this lens performs to a degree that is just astounding. I know I'm gushing a bit about this, but it truly is incredible what this lens is capable of in terms of image quality. The build quality of this lens is just as fantastic as the images it's capable of producing. It's fully weather sealed, has a metal body with rubber rings, and it feels durable and just really lives up to the quality that you'd expect from a lens of this caliber. And I really like the matte black coating that Nikon went for with this. It looks great, and it's also kind of stealthy. It's not as obtrusive as one of the big white lenses that you see from Sony and Canon. It's much stealthier and will really help put your subject at ease and help prevent you being targeted by thieves. Really, with expensive camera gear, having something that's not quite as flashy is a big advantage in my opinion, and this thing absolutely excels at that, and overall build quality. It's pretty darn good. This lens is a real joy to shoot with. In terms of handling, it is really darn good. It's fairly, again, fairly large and bulky, but it really fits nicely in the hand and is a lot of fun to use. You get a bunch of customizable controls on it, which is really nice to have. You've got two function buttons that can both be assigned to different things. I have them assigned to focus, which has really made it easier for me to react to different conditions by just, being able to access those through that. And the second one out here has 4 buttons all the way around the lens, so no matter which way you're shooting with it, you always have access to those buttons, and that's a really good design, I think. You've also got a customizable controlling back here that I have set to ISO, and that way I'm able to have, aperture and shutter and ISO all tied to dials. So when I'm shooting in manual mode, which is most of the time for me, that's how I shoot, it just makes it a little bit quicker for me to change all of my exposure settings, and I really like having the ability to do that. You also have a little display built into it right here, which, I haven't personally found that very useful. You can set it to be a distance scale or to show what aperture you're using, and a couple of different things. It's nice to have, and I could see myself using it in some situations, but it's just there. But anyway, you also have a removable tripod foot here, which, that's good to have if you're going to use it with a tripod. You can also switch that out for a third party, that one that has like an Arca Swiss mount built into it, which would be really nice to have. But the one that's in here is very robust and very nice to have. It's easy to remove, and yeah, that's really cool. And yeah, overall, I guess I haven't talked about the lens hood yet, which is pretty robust. As you can see, it's got a cloth lining that picks up dust and hair and things really easily and is really hard to clean. But it just does reduce refractions and stuff, light interference on your lens with that black felt. And overall, it's a very high quality locking lens cap, or lens hood, I should say, that is really very high quality. Overall, I'm very impressed with the usability of this lens. So in terms of autofocus, this lens really does do an amazing job. It's very quiet, very fast, and very accurate. Use it on my Nikon Z6 really makes this camera feel like has a whole new autofocusing system with this lens. It is very impressive. There's still some of the same issues that I've always had with the Nikon Z6 in terms of autofocus, but this lens certainly helps ameliorate those to a significant degree. And for using it on one of Nikon's newer mirrorless cameras, the Z6 Mark II or the Z7 Mark II, it should perform really good on those. So if you're going to be picking one of those up, this is definitely a lens that will work great with those. And it improves even their older mirrorless cameras, such as my original Z6. And overall, I'm very impressed with the autofocus in this lens. At $2,600, this lens costs a pretty penny. But honestly, if you're gonna be buying a brand new cutting edge 70-200 2.8 lens from any of the first party manufacturers, Canon, Sony, Nikon, they all cost about this range of price. So that's just what you're paying, and for maybe the best of the lot of them with incredible image quality, it actually provides decent value for money if you look at it from that perspective. But it is expensive, and you can get less expensive used 70-200s or ones from third parties that are very good. But if you're looking for the best of the best, this doesn't cost all that much, comparatively speaking, for what it is. Anyway, we're gonna move on to the conclusion now and wrap up this video after this next bit of sample footage. If you're looking for the best lens for Nikon's Z mount mirrorless system, the Nikkor 70-200 f2.8 VRS is almost certainly it. This thing is truly a joy to shoot with and produces gorgeous images, and I can't recommend it highly enough if you have the budget for it. And this is the focal length that you're looking for. This is amazing. There's still a long waiting period to pick it up. I waited a month and a half to get mine from Shutterbug in Portland. It's a great store. I highly recommend it, and I got mine way faster than a lot of other people did. There's a lot of people out there who are still waiting for theirs, and I really feel for them and hope they get theirs soon, because this thing is amazing, and I'm definitely it's gonna be pretty much glued to my camera for a long time to come. And it produces it's just a great lens, and I love it. Anyway, if you want to see more sample video from this lens and my unboxing, it's all there on my channel. I'll have links to it at the end of this video and up here in the corner somewhere. And I've also got a ton of sample photos on my blog. There'll be a written review there, and I'll have links to that down in the description below this video. And thank you so much for watching. This is one of probably the best lens I've ever used. I really enjoyed testing it out and shooting this video of it, and be sharing photos and video filmed with it for a long time to come. Anyway, thanks again so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it was helpful. And if it was, maybe consider hitting that subscribe button, the little bell icon to get notified. And I really appreciate all of you, all my subscribers, everybody watching. Thank you so much, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.